Welcome back to OATS, Opportunities Around Thinking Strategically. I want to briefly talk about school change. I really believe, and you've heard me speak of it before, but I want to delve into the really overarching themes that I believe helps to change a school, and that is culture, climate, cultivation, and clarity in your processes. I think that there are probably 10 strategies that if you are a new principal going into a situation trying to change a school or move a school forward, I think that there are 10 things that you really need to set your eye on. And one of the first ones is setting goals, being clear, and being explicit about what you expect in the change. And the next one is really set what your expectations are. Those first two are really important. And let me say, there's this thing I know we've heard of, guiding principles. That's PLES. But I want to call it today guiding principles, PALS. And I think guiding principles have some things that they do when they're setting their expectations and when they're setting their goals. And a couple of those things, and we'll come back to those, but I just want to throw these out for your thought process. Number one, I think you have to really create an urgency in what you're doing. And I think that urgency helps you create the momentum for the way that you want to carry your school. And once you get those things set, you have to underpin that first of all. You cannot do that alone. And you have to have a team. You have to build that team that, as the saying goes, that as you're rowing your boat, you know who's in your boat and possibly that person drilling holes in your boat. And so that team is so important when you're setting that up. The other thing that I will say, and I will end this session with, is once you get that set, your team has to come forth and I don't believe in buy-in, because if you buy something, you can take it back. I believe that your team has to really build ownership. And so I want to talk about creating your vision. Hopefully your school has a mission when you step into the building, and that's to improve student learning and move that process forward. But your vision is something different than your mission. And your school and your team, your faculty and your staff, you have to build that vision together. And we'll talk about that more next time on OATS, Opportunities Around Thinking Strategically.